January 26, 2011. A snowy Philadelphia afternoon. A frantic call. A young woman found lifeless in her own apartment. This is the beginning of the story of Ellen Greenberg. A story riddled with chilling details, conflicting accounts, and a relentless pursuit for the truth. Ellen, a vibrant 27-year-old school teacher, lay dead in her kitchen. The scene was chaotic, blood splattered, a knife protruding from her chest. The image, forever seared into the minds of the investigators, was difficult to comprehend. How could this happen to someone so full of life? Her fiancé, Samuel Goldberg, the one who made the harrowing discovery, told police he had to break down the door to get to her. He had been out of the apartment, he claimed, unable to reach her, his calls going straight to voicemail. Ellen, he said, had been struggling emotionally. The apartment, a supposed fortress of their love, now stood as a silent witness to a tragedy. As investigators combed through the scene, a haunting question lingered in the air. Was this a suicide, a desperate act of a tormented soul, or something far more sinister? Ellen Greenberg was young, beautiful, and full of promise. She had her whole life ahead of her. A beloved first-grade teacher, she had a passion for nurturing young minds, her enthusiasm contagious. Friends and family described her as bubbly, optimistic, and full of life. The initial investigation was a whirlwind of activity. Detectives meticulously documented the scene, collecting evidence and interviewing those closest to Ellen. The autopsy report was particularly disturbing. 20 stab wounds, bruises, defensive wounds on her hands. The sheer brutality of the attack was shocking. How could a woman inflict so much violence upon herself? It seemed unfathomable. Yet the authorities, influenced by the initial statements and the perceived emotional struggles of a young woman, leaned towards a horrifying conclusion: suicide. But for the Greenberg family, the pieces didn't fit. Their daughter, they insisted, would never take her own life. They knew her better than anyone. They refused to believe it. This was not suicide, it was murder. The official ruling came as a devastating blow to the Greenbergs. Their worst nightmare had become a reality, and the system they believed in had failed them. The medical examiner, Dr. Marlon Osborne, initially ruled the death a homicide. However, after further consultation with the police, the ruling was changed to suicide. The Greenbergs were outraged. They couldn't understand how their daughter's death, marked by such violence and unanswered questions, could be dismissed as a suicide. Armed with an unshakable belief in their daughter and fueled by an insatiable thirst for justice, they embarked on a relentless crusade to uncover the truth. Their grief soon morphed into steely determination. They hired independent forensic experts, pored over every detail of the case, and challenged the official narrative at every turn. They refused to let Ellen's case become another statistic, another forgotten file in a drawer. Their journey for justice was arduous, a painful odyssey fraught with legal battles, emotional setbacks, and the constant heartache of reliving their daughter's tragic end. But they refused to give up. They owed it to Ellen, their beloved daughter, to find out what truly happened on that fateful January day. Years turned into a relentless pursuit of justice. The Greenbergs became tireless advocates for their daughter, their story echoing in the halls of courtrooms, media outlets, and online forums. Their unwavering commitment to uncovering the truth about Ellen's death resonated with people across the country, sparking outrage and igniting a movement. They organized rallies, gathered thousands of signatures on petitions, and lobbied lawmakers to reopen the case. Their voices, filled with both anguish and determination, demanded answers. How could a young woman inflict 20 stab wounds on herself? Why were there defensive wounds on her hands? They questioned the police investigation, highlighting inconsistencies and demanding transparency. They presented their findings to anyone who would listen, their grief transforming into a powerful force that challenged the official narrative and exposed the flaws of a system seemingly designed to silence them. The Greenberg story struck a chord with many, resonating with the very core of human empathy and the universal desire for justice. Their fight became a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance in the face of unimaginable loss and institutional indifference. Section 5. Expert Opinions. Challenging the suicide narrative. As the Greenbergs delved deeper into the investigation, they sought the expertise of renowned forensic pathologists and legal experts. Their findings were startling. Renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Cyril Wecht, known for his work on high-profile cases like the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, reviewed the evidence and concluded that Ellen's death was strongly suggestive of homicide. Dr. Wayne Ross, another prominent forensic pathologist, echoed Dr. Wecht's assessment, pointing to the multiple stab wounds, defensive wounds, and lack of a clear motive for suicide as red flags. The experts' opinions contradicted the official ruling, further fueling the Greenbergs' suspicions and bolstering their resolve. These independent analyses chipped away at the suicide narrative, casting a long shadow of doubt on the official findings. The Greenbergs, armed with this new evidence, intensified their campaign, demanding accountability and a thorough re-examination of the case. The clash of expert opinions highlighted the complexities of the case and further fueled public intrigue. It raised crucial questions about the initial investigation, the role of influencing factors, and the importance of considering all possibilities in such a complex and tragic case. Section 6. Dr. Osborne's Revelation, a Case Reopened. In a stunning turn of events, Dr. Marlon Osborne, the medical examiner who had changed Ellen's cause of death from homicide to suicide, made a shocking revelation. He stated publicly that he no longer believed she had taken her own life. This dramatic reversal, a crack in the wall of silence, sent shock waves through the case and breathed new life into the Greenbergs' fight for justice. Dr. Osborne's change of heart, while a significant victory, came burdened with limitations. He admitted that his initial decision was influenced by the police investigation and that he now had doubts about the circumstances surrounding Ellen's death. His statement, though not legally binding, carried immense moral weight. It validated the Greenbergs' years of tireless advocacy and cast a harsh spotlight on the inconsistencies and potential oversights of the initial investigation. This unexpected turn of events injected renewed energy into the pursuit of justice for Ellen. The Greenbergs, emboldened by Dr. Osborne's statement, pressed harder, demanding a full investigation into their daughter's death, free from external influence and determined to uncover the whole truth. Section 7. Unanswered Questions. The Mystery of the Locked Apartment. The circumstances surrounding Ellen's death remained shrouded in mystery. One of the most perplexing aspects of the case was the locked apartment door. Goldberg, Ellen's fiancé, had told police he was locked out and had to break down the door to get to her. But how was the door locked from the inside with the key still in the deadbolt? This seemingly small detail loomed large, casting a shadow of doubt over the entire case. Was it a staged scene? Was there another explanation? The locked door became a focal point of the investigation, a symbol of the unanswered questions that continued to haunt the case. Experts were brought in to examine the lock, the door jamb, searching for any clue that could shed light on the events leading up to Ellen's death. Theories abounded, each more unsettling than the last. But the truth, elusive and frustratingly out of reach, remained hidden, fueling speculation and deepening the mystery surrounding Ellen's tragic end. Section 8. The city's response. A settlement and a promise for justice. Faced with mounting pressure from the Greenbergs, the unwavering support of the public, and the weight of new evidence, the city of Philadelphia finally agreed to re-examine Ellen Greenberg's case. The settlement, while not an admission of guilt, was a significant victory for the Greenbergs. It acknowledged the need for a fresh look at the evidence and a re-evaluation of the circumstances surrounding Ellen's death. The city agreed to have the current medical examiner review the case and determine the manner of death. This decision, a testament to the Greenbergs' unwavering pursuit of justice, offered a glimmer of hope, a chance to finally get the answers they had been seeking for over a decade. The settlement brought a sense of cautious optimism. While it couldn't bring Ellen back, it represented a chance for accountability, a possibility to right a wrong that had haunted the Greenbergs and so many others for far too long. This development, a testament to the power of perseverance and a mother and father's unwavering love, marked a pivotal moment in the case. It offered a glimmer of hope that justice, though long delayed, might finally be within reach. Section 9. A Glimmer of Hope. The fight for Ellen continues 14 years. 14 years of unanswered questions, agonizing uncertainty, and relentless pursuit of the truth. The Ellen Greenberg case, a tragic tale of a young life cut short, is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of fighting for justice. As the city of Philadelphia embarks on a fresh examination of the evidence, a glimmer of hope emerges. The possibility of uncovering the truth, of finally understanding what happened to Ellen on that cold January day, feels closer than ever before. The Greenbergs, their hearts heavy with grief, yet strengthened by an unwavering resolve, stand on the precipice of a long-awaited resolution. Their fight, a testament to the enduring power of love and perseverance, has inspired countless others to stand up against injustice and demand accountability. The journey for justice for Ellen Greenberg is far from over. But with renewed determination and the promise of a fresh investigation, the hope for answers, for accountability, and for closure remains. The fight continues, fueled by the memory of a life lost and the unwavering pursuit of truth.